Welcome inside the arena where tonight the PSL title for the girls will be decided. Detroit Mumford will take on Detroit Renaissance. My name is Chad Bush alongside Lakita Gans.
Hey.
Proud to bring
Welcome
you
back.
PSL basketball. It's been a while, Lakita. You welcome back. And it's great to have basketball here in Rochester.
Yes.
A new spot for the PSL.
Yes.
But look, this is the right place. Jay Alexander made that clear. This was the right decision for us. So we're here, and we're going to watch two wonderful basketball games from the Detroit Public School League. Later on tonight, we'll have Detroit King, and they will take on Detroit Western, who got here by way of an upset against Cass Tech.
Yes.
But tonight, it's Renaissance and it's Mumford to get us started on the girls' side. Lakita, what do the fans need to know about Renaissance versus Mumford?
So one thing you need to know that it is definitely a rivalry. They are within 2 miles of each other.
Okay.
All right. And then they've also played each other in some of the city playoff games, or I should say championship games. They've been there multiple times together. So it's definitely a rivalry. I've been to a lot of the games, and every time it's like, rah-rah. So this is the perfect, I think, setting because Mumford also upset Cass girls. So no one thought that they would be here with an 8-6 record. You would think like, oh, how? But they are really, really good. Please do not deny their youth. But Renaissance is youthful as well. He lost 8 seniors last year. So I think it's the battle of who's older but younger, right?
Sure. No, well said. And both teams come from the PSL Blue.
Yes.
Mumford would finish 4th in the Blue. Renaissance would finish 2nd, only to Cass Tech. And Renaissance had a nice year, 13-5. That's good for most team standards.
It is.
But look, for Shane Lawall and what they've built at Renaissance, some may say that's not good enough or not what folks expected.
Yeah,
he's gone out and played a tough schedule, but for Renaissance, the bar's really high. The state champions from 2005.
When you come out and you win the city championship your first year and you get to the deep into the state tournament, yes, this may be a year where they're saying, you know, we need better. And it's Renaissance, right? Yeah. Everybody knows what Renaissance thinks of itself. So it's well represented by a really good young coach. And I'm happy to see today's matchup because it's going to be fun.
Shane Lawall played at Oakland University. He had 3 years here under Greg Campy before heading to Wayne State to finish his career under David Greer.
Yes.
And he says, hey, I've not been here. It's kind of odd to be in a game situation here again. I've been here several times, but he was excited to come back.
Yes.
And Shane's done a fine job in his 3rd year, the former Golden Grizzly and Warrior.
Exactly.
He's done a great job. Look, he took this team to the finals last year, Lakita.
State runner-up.
State runners-up against Hudsonville. He's really built a nice program, and he's done great things in recent times.
Yes, I'm super happy for him. Coach Kareem, it's funny because when you look at both of them, they probably look around the same age. However, Coach Kareem has been coaching since he came out of college. 20 years.
Wow.
20 years at Mumford High School. He's been there, and he's seen a couple back-to-back city championships himself, and he's built really good programs. I mean, he has an awesome resume and a lot of stories that we could tell because he's been there for so long. Not only that, he's an alumni of Mumford.
Oh.
Yes, he also went there and played himself. So we have a battle of 2 young men or older young men that are ready to get the job done as coaches with their young ladies.
And Kareem Hogan has done a fabulous job. He's playing in his 4th PSL championship. And this is a guy that, did some great things. He's been here a long time. He's an alum. But he had to piece this team together, Lakita, throughout the year. You look at the record, 8-6. They finished 4th in the Blue. It's not eye-popping, but when you see what they did, they lost by 11 in the regular season to Renaissance.
Yes.
But they came on, Lakita, and they beat Cass Tech, who won the league, to get here.
Exactly.
How did Coach Kareem Hogan, your friend, put all this together throughout the year?
So even when I spoken to him about just what the toughest part of his team has been this year, he definitely talks about the youth. I was at that game, the Cass and Mumford game, the semifinal. Or actually, it was the quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal, sure.
And they were down by, I want to say 15 or 16 at halftime.
Wow.
Or I should say before the half. And they cut it to 7 within the last 3 minutes. What I saw is a lot of fight. A lot of growth as well, because he talks about the adversity they've had to overcome just losing games.
Yeah.
And that means a lot. I love it when coaches understand that it's a good thing sometimes to lose because you learn a lot more from losing.
Yeah.
And I think they've taken that to heart, and that's why they're here tonight in the city championship game.
I think we've got a great game in store here. We've got more analysis coming up. We're going to get to the starting lineups and much, much more. We're counting down to tip-off from the O-Arena in Rochester. Chad Bush and Lakita Gans, glad you're with us. We're coming back with the starters of tonight's game in the tip-off. From Rochester, it's the PSL titles. First of the double dip is next. This is the Prep.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
but keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
Welcome back to the PSL Championship. My name is Chad Bush alongside Lakita Gans. And getting ourselves ready here for a little bit of basketball. A championship to be decided. Lakita, you look at these two teams, and we mentioned that they did play earlier this year. And it was a game that Mumford and Renaissance played back 67-56 on the 24th of January. How much do these coaches really rely on tape from that game? How much has Mumford changed? Can you still use the same film? Is it still valid?
I think you can use the film. However, I also think that you should always go out to scout even after you've played a team, because sometimes you do grow and sometimes things change and players get better. So although I may have played you a month or two before, I'm going to definitely make sure I see some recent film, especially of your last 3 games.
Right on.
Because you can be totally different come December, January, and now it's February championship game, right?
Yeah,
so
and Mumford is different. They've won 3 in a row.
They are.
For the first time all year. They're on their first 3-game win streak for the first time all year. And so, yeah, I mean, you look at it, they got here by way of a win over King, 37-14.
Yeah.
And then, as you mentioned, in the quarterfinals over Cass, 50-44. And then won their game prior to the tournament against Communication Media Arts, 55-3. Is that a misprint?
That's actually not a misprint. I was at that game as well. But that's just a little bit of kind of where we need to, do some improvements and some player development. That's all.
Understood. Hey, let's get to the starters. We'll start first with the Mustangs of Detroit Mumford, coached by Kareem Hogan in his 18th year, assisted by Antoine Jefferson, Martavia Poole, Grishonda Morton, and Kendra Davis, along with Monique George and Ashley Sorrell. The starters look like this. Cherish Jefferson is the point guard. Her sister is Sanaya Jefferson. She's the shooting guard. Ayana Draw is the small forward. Sanaya Williams is one of the 2 bigs, and Amelia Levine is one of the bigs as well. It's a very solid Mustang team with a couple of bigs to build around and a very, very talented point guard in Cherish, excuse me.
Cherish, yes.
Thank you.
Jefferson.
Cherish Jefferson. Let's look quickly at the starters for Detroit Renaissance and meet the Phoenix, who finished 13-5 on the year. And they will start like this. Christian Sanders at one of the guard spots, along with Michaela Johnson. Harmony Bolton at one of the guards, along with Kyla Brooks up front. And Niana Farr. That is the starting 5 for Shane Lawall and Renaissance High School. Renaissance, coached by Shane Lawall, assisted by Joya Puryear, Marquez Johnson, and Quintel Foster. The Phoenix are Renaissance state champions in 2005. Mumford was runners-up back in 77 and 78. Both these two teams trying to win the city title. We'll have the start of tonight's ball game. Coming up right after this, we'll step aside for the national anthem. This is the Prep. And welcome back to the Arena in Rochester, Michigan. Here on the Prep, glad to have you with us as Chad Bush and Lakita Gans. Happy to bring you action. We told you the starters. When you look at these two teams and the styles of play that they want, it seems to me that Renaissance has been a physical team over the years. Lakita Is that something they will continue with today against Mumford? And your thoughts on their approach?
Yeah, so both teams have something in common, which is they're going to play fast. They're going to press each other. So the ball will be getting up and down the court. I think the only thing that's different from both teams is just that they're young. And when you're young, you know, sometimes you're not as efficient.
Yep.
And so that's the only difference. But I think they're both similar teams. They both have young ladies that are dedicated to playing defense. They have a 2-2 on each side that are offensively gifted.
Yep.
And so I think it's just a battle of who's going to be the growner youth today. Yeah. Because they have 2 freshmen over here for Mumford, and they have 4 sophomores for Renaissance.
Wow.
So you can definitely believe that you'll see these 2 teams again in the future playing each other, right?
It's a great point. There are no seniors in the starting lineup for either squad.
Nope.
Yeah, and as my partner said, 2 juniors, 2 freshmen, and 1 sophomore for the Mustangs in their starting lineup in Renaissance, with 4 sophomores and 1 junior. So this should be fun. Youth brings excitement.
Yes.
Some high, some low.
Yes.
And we expect to see a dandy here. Detroit Mumford and Detroit Renaissance, both out of the PSL Blue. Mumford finished 4th on the year, 8-6 under Kareem Hogan, their head coach, in his 18th year overall. He had 2 years with the boys at Mumford. He's a Mumford grad. And then Renaissance under Shane Lawall.
Yes.
Runners-up last year, lost the state title game in Division I against Hudsonville. They won the PSL championship back in 2020.
Yep.
They lost 8 seniors from a year ago. And as my partner said, they're looking to get back to their ways of 2005 and bring a state title back to Renaissance High School.
Yes.
We're about set to go here. Renaissance in the bright orange and Mumford in the burgundy, 2 of the best uniform combos, in my humble opinion, in the PSL right here.
Yes, for sure.
I like this color combo.
We definitely need it because of Oakland's beautiful floor. Please believe, I love Oakland's floor. But without white on, it's a little bit difficult to see a little bit. But that bright orange got me going.
It does.
So.
It accents that nasty floor quite well. I'm kidding. It's not nasty. Ali Hadi is here.
Oh, wait.
He's a pride
Hold
of
on,
Oakland.
You can't. Oh, okay. I was about to say they got to re-jump. You can't. The jumper can't win the tip.
No, jumper can't win the tip. It's going to go the other way.
Okay.
I kid about the floor, by the way. Ali gave me a look. Ali Hadi's your executive producer tonight. Adam Fuller is on replay. Fish is on audio. Chase Kaufman will be on your graphics and scoreboard. And Pat the Stat is back from his sabbatical, and so is Jam Jan.
Okay, so Renaissance is, I believe it's a 1-3-1 trap. They actually forced the turnover, but then the young lady did not catch that ball or that out of bounds or the baseline. She fumbled it a little bit. There's a play in the corner.
Ball out of bounds, baseline right. 3 no good off the hands of Levine. Offensive reset, Lakita. And here we get a look at the captain, Samaya Jefferson, the point guard. A lot of youth. Jefferson turns the corner. Goes to the rack.
And
Banker, no, but a foul. And she's going line right to try to get the game's first points here at Oakland U. She's got some speed, that dribble drive, Lakita.
Listen, she's has amazing speed. Watching her over the last 2 weeks, I mean, she gets up and down that floor so fast. And, I mean, I've seen her rebound the ball, push it full speed, and go make a layup in less than 5 seconds, okay? That little girl is very, very fast.
She splits the pair. And here we go. 1-0 Mumford. Just underway, 35 seconds. Chad Bush and Lakita Gans, we are the prep.
Mumford's playing man-to-man, as I knew they would. I didn't think they would come out in the zone or anything.
Yeah.
They like playing defense. Actually, their defense is a part of their offense.
Sure. Christian Sanders, the point guard, the sophomore with it, high to the left. To the right wing to Kyla Brooks.
Oh, they're closing those gaps.
They sure are. The quick and fast Cherish Jefferson, the guard, the strip out, and Rennie's going to have to reset baseline left. 1 minute gone by. Ball out of bounds in and off the thigh of number 11. And that is Sanaya Williams. Ball out of bounds. Rennie gets it back. Or excuse me, Nayana Farr. Sorry about that.
They're in a full court press. But the only thing about that press is they were wide open, over and back.
Over and back. That's a turnover. Light token pressure.
Yeah.
And it still distracted Mumford, whose youth is really starting to show. And already the head coach across the way, that's the long-tenured Kareem Hogan, who's worked hard to get this program back to the tournament.
Good
high on the left, 3 ball on the way, back iron no. That's from Michaela Johnson, offensive reset. So both teams getting offensive rebounds early on, Lakita, but no baskets yet.
Yeah, so that's another part of the youth, right? Figuring out, where to score. Figuring out where to score and get easier buckets. And it's going to take them probably a quarter and a half to kind of calm down. It's championship game, and nerves are probably everywhere, so that's why they're fumbling that ball.
Understandable. Dribble drive in the paint, rims off. Rebound ripped off by Jefferson. Had it stolen away. And this is like a flapjack shack with the turnovers.
Yes, and it's going to be this way, believe me, because, again, both teams are going to press, and both teams are going to be all in your face.
Sure.
Wherever you go on defense, look at this. It's like bumblebees.
2-2-1. All over, cross the timeline. Mumford does beat it for the moment. This is Sanaya Williams.
Oh, my God, that's beautiful.
Beautiful. She deserved that roll.
Yeah, it went out, but she went up, under, around, got a good layup, but she missed it.
Left wing 3, Bolton, no. Game still looking for its first basket. Shot
good
short
wall up
from
by
far.
Number 30. She,
That's Levine.
Yes, Levine, good wall up.
Levine gets ripped, though, from behind here. That's Johnson with a block, and the defense early has been sticky, partner.
Yes, it's going to continue to be. It's 1-0.
A little sticky rice. Substitution, Shane Lawall goes to his bench first, and he will check into the ballgame, number 24, Imani Johnson.
She's a big girl, very good height-wise, good post player.
Just a freshman. Dribble drive baseline. Cut off. Jump shot short. And Renaissance clears. That's Imani Johnson who just checked in. And she keeps the rock across the timeline. Christian Sanders, right corner, 3 on the way. Brooks buries it from the corner. And Renaissance takes their first lead. They're up by a deuce. To the hole all the way. Wanted the and one. Good,
she didn't get a
confident
foul,
take.
but she went coast to coast on that. That's the second part of the Jefferson sister right there.
That's right. That's the junior Jefferson. Samaya.
Really good leader.
Yeah.
She's a captain on the team.
Apparently explosive.
Vocal. Yes.
And she's got a big task to guard someone a foot taller right now. Topside 3 on the way, no. Second triple try.
Another rebound by Levine.
And we're tied at 3.
So here's one of the things that I talked to both coaches about. Just being in this arena. Oh, wow.
How about that roll in? That's by Samaya Jefferson again. And Mumford regains the lead 5-3.
So being in this type of gym, it's a shooter's gym is what we call it. And so sometimes if you haven't been in here and getting shots up, you probably need to go to the basket first.
Yeah.
To trying to get a little feel for it, and then your jumper falls. But Christian Sanders didn't have a problem with that, did she? She knocked that 3 right on down.
That's a kid that started as a freshman last year on the state runner-up team. She's averaging 18 points. Get this.
Sheriff Jefferson just got her second foul. Coach.
That's big.
Yeah.
She's got to check out.
Yeah.
Sanders, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals a game. This is one of the best point guards in the state and just a sophomore.
Yes.
Free throw up and good, cuts the Mumford lead to just 1. Substitution for the Phoenix. They will check into the game for the first time. Gabby Gooden, she's a sophomore center. The youth theme continues. Kyla Brooks, who hit that triple, checks out. 5-4 Mumford by 1. Line left for Renaissance.
Jada Parks from Mumford just checked in as well, number 32. We have Imani. She made the first free throw. Let's see if she can make 2. And she does.
Why not? Live and right roll. We're tied at 5. I think this theme's going to continue. Full court pressure. And we've got an over and back. And that's going to go on number 5. And that is Draw.
Ayana Draw, junior. She is their defensive stopper.
Well, there's a banker up and good. Christian Sanders.
No foul call. Oh, look at that. Crossover through the defenders to the basket, and she draws the foul.
Tough to stop that train.
Yes.
On a mission.
I like it. She's like, I'm going downhill. You got to get in front of me or foul.
That's number 1, Samaya Jefferson. We've already noted Miss Jefferson. She's got some juice to her.
So she's Mumford's leading scorer. And as her coach says, she will, this is so crazy, she says she wills her way to scoring, right? And I would say that all 3 of her opportunities, she has willed her way to the basket. I like it. I like it.
I do too. I like her game. Renaissance by 1, splits the pair. The toughest kid he's ever coached.
And that's a
Kareem
lot
Hogan
to say.
said.
So that's definitely, great
How about
pass.
that look? Sharon to the sugar. And the 2 points are good for Gabby Gooden off the bench.
Oh, good pass.
Leaking out
Caught
behind.
it.
Nice
The freshman
hands.
caught it.
And the lay-in good. How about that?
This is it's getting good. I think the youth is, going out of, it's going out the door. It's the maturity. I told you it takes them a little bit to warm up.
Yep. The throw ahead and the finish by number 11. That's Sanaya Williams.
Yes, that is Sanaya Williams.
And
a good story about Sanaya Williams that myself and Coach Kareem Hogan coached at Mumford back in 2003, and we coached her mother. We both coached her mother.
No kidding.
Yes, she was on our team when we coached back then. We were young back then, though. Our assistants under Coach Jones from Mumford, and she was a good player too. Her mother's just as tall, probably taller than she is, actually.
Is that right?
She was a big for us. Yes.
What's an interesting, fun fact you could tell us about both schools? Start with Mumford, maybe something that outsiders that haven't really tracked Mumford High School. It can be in sports. It can be in just school. What's something cool and fun about Mumford?
Their school used to be all blue.
Oh, wow.
So the same color as that blue that they have that's trimmed in that burgundy, their school used to be blue. So everybody knew, like, the blue school. Like, you going over there to the blue school. And so that was, like, really unique because that's, which school? The blue school.
We're going to the blue school.
All powder blue. So that's a really good fun fact.
All right, I like
for
it.
history because that's how we knew where to go.
Sure. And of course, Beverly Hills Cop. Everybody knew Mumford High School from Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy had that Mumford T-shirt on.
Physical education.
Yes.
Mumford. I asked Coach Kareem Hogan if he could give me one. Do they sell those in the bookstore? He said, I'll get you one.
Yes.
Second chance opportunities for both teams. Renaissance trying to take advantage of another one here as they settle it down with Christian Sanders, the sophomore, their top scorer down the avenue. Shot up, no. Offensive rebound again. And we've got a tie-up.
Jump ball.
Jump ball. And that thing is going to go back to the Mustangs.
It's Renaissance basketball, but Mumford's taking it out.
Well, it's.
Yeah, he just said Renaissance. So he didn't change it. They didn't change the. Yeah.
Full court pressure. What kind of pressure? What do you call this? A 1-2-2?
Yes, this is a 1-2-2.
What's the objective here?
Really, it's really to slow you down, to make you think, to force you to think so much that you actually turn the ball over, right?
Yep.
At some point, if you pass and hit all the diagonal cross passes, you can easily break it. But they are also in a 1-3-1 trap as well, half court. So they're trapping and pressing all over the place.
Yeah.
So this is actually one of my favorite presses. I actually used it being a head coach. And, again, it's just to kind of force you to think, waste time. In college basketball, of course, it's waste the shot clock, right? But if you have some really athletic, fast guards, you can get a lot of steals.
Sure.
I played it myself in college. I like being at the top.
I bet you had
I like being at the top, yes.
Near steal there. There's the trap out of it. And there is the near turnover. Mumford lucky to clear.
But guess who has the ball?
Guess who? Dish down right, knocked out of bounds.
Sanaya got the ball.
Mumford is checked into the game. Amelia Levine.
Number 30, right?
That's right.
And Jada Parks, 32. They have their 3 bigs in the game.
There's a near steal there. Sanders stolen
great
back.
Athletic. That's an athlete.
Levine.
Her coach talked about her being an athlete in that way. She caught that ball and saved it and brought it back in bounds. Turnover by Sanaya Jefferson. Good catch, good jump stop, good layup.
It's Christian Sanders with a bucket. Renaissance has built their lead up to 3. This has been a game that has seen a lead no larger than 3 either way. A little too fast that time, ball out of bounds. The Mustangs will keep it. Mustangs moving really fast right now, Lakita. I know that's part of the game, but
so
at what point does it become too aggressive?
So I think that they have just decided that when Sanaya gets the ball, you just go, right?
Throw into the
okay, let's see
backcourt
who's
here.
going to be the fastest to the ball.
Sanders.
It's Christian Sanders, and
She
it's
will
going to be a
lay it
wide-open layup.
This is a real athletic kid, and Sanders is piling up the points right now.
So right now with Jefferson, Cherish Jefferson being out of the game, you lose a ball handler. And so right now you are playing with 3 bigs and possibly really a forward. The only guard that they have is Sanaya. So guess what? When she gets it, I'm going to try my best to go by them. And right now, really, she took the team took the defense with them. Now she has a one-on-one by herself.
One-man press breaker. Shot short, stick
Jada
back
Parks
blocked.
Gets it blocked. She has to be more aggressive than that after that rebound. The big girl put the crossover, and there's another jump ball.
It's going to stay with Renaissance, or yes, Renaissance will have it under their own bucket. 13-8, largest lead of the game. Hey, this girl can put it on the deck, Lakita.
Yes. Right now they have to talk and communicate because they're running all kind of plays. And you have Christian Sanders out there one-on-one against a forward. All she has to do is up, push.
Missed the shot,
stick
stick back is
what? The
good.
big girl's over there.
That is far with a bucket. 15-8, Renaissance has run off 6 straight points.
So let me ask, what do you think you should do? Should you put your other guard back into the game? I know she has 2 fouls, but you really need her.
Right. It's a tough one. 2 fouls right now. Mumford without their guard. And we've got a timeout.
No, I think he was telling him something, and the ref thought he was calling his play. He was calling 5,
Gotcha.
and the referee thought he was calling timeout.
Okay. Second chances for Renaissance, really big for them tonight, Lakita.
They got to stop throwing the ball away.
Over and back, turnover again for Mumford. The pressure is Shane Lawall, the head coach, getting excited, getting his team many more opportunities and second chances with their hustle and pressure. We're under a minute in the first quarter. We have flown by here at the arena. 6 points to lead the way for Sanders. And 5 points for Jefferson to lead the way for Mumford. She has 5 of the 8. 50 seconds left. Here come the Phoenix. Crossover. This is Bolton. She lost it. Stolen away.
Oh, Cherish is back in the game. Yeah, I would have to definitely just play with her and let her know she has to be smart.
Yeah.
But I would not take the chance of not having her in this game right now. I'm sorry.
Have to. Yep. This is Sanaya Williams. Williams on the wing. Back out to Jefferson.
So what the biggest thing that Mumford faces right now is that the Renaissance team is really big.
Jefferson's drive off the glass, and now Renaissance wants to run it out with Sanders. Mid-post jumper short. Out of bounds. Mumford gets it back. Go ahead, partner.
Yeah, so they're really bigger than them or taller, right? So it's difficult a little bit to see over all that all those arms moving around, and the press, it's difficult. So you have to, fake passes, make passes. You can't just do what you normally would have done.
1 second heave, no. At the buzzer, 15-8, Renaissance in the lead. They've dominated here in the first quarter of the girls' PSL championship game. Second quarter coming up from Oakland University. This is the Prep.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Back to the PSL Girls Championship. My name is Chad Bush, alongside my partner, Lakita Gans.
Hey, hey.
And this is one game. There's two tonight. It's going to be the boys after this, as Detroit King will take on Detroit Western, getting here by way of what some would say an upset. Some upsets. Always good to see upsets. Always good to see tournaments.
It is. I like it a lot.
Yeah, all these teams worthy. These kids are working hard and getting rewarded. All right, Mustangs on the attack, and Lakita, they need some points. And this second quarter, what are they going to have to do to put the ball in the basket?
They're going to have to break the press and make their layups. I think that one thing for sure that Cherish does really good, she dishes the ball.
Yeah.
So she needs to penetrate and kick. That's one of her strengths. So whatever they need to do to make that happen is definitely what needs to happen. Right now we have a lot of driving to the basket, throwing up shots.
Yeah.
But right now, by them being a little bit bigger and taller, you won't get as many fouls unless they just happen to jump in the air or really just run into you. They're controlling the paint down there on defense, Renaissance is, and there's another three.
That's Michaela Johnson for three.
Yes.
And so Renaissance now opens up a 10-point lead. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Attacking the basket. Mumford really yet to hit a shot from the outside, too. The pressure from Renaissance is getting to him. Johnson again, no. No travel called, but a block is called. And that's insult to injury for Mumford, who's in trouble right now, down 10.
Down 10.
Man. And we've got a timeout
right now,
on the floor.
you just have to, you basically have to not panic right now, right? Don't panic. Take it, play at a time. The number one thing you want to do is decrease your turnovers. Every possession has to be a good possession. Even if you miss a shot, at least you're not turning it over and giving them a full force layup at the end. Or,
live ball turnovers are
transition
no
defense.
good.
I mean, offense is like what you don't want people scoring in.
Especially with Renaissance, who can really
especially with Renaissance, because they do
transition
have a scorer in Christian Sanders.
That's right. So, out of the timeout, Mumford, a team that finished fourth in the PSL Blue, a school that was the runner-up in Division I back in 1977 and 1978. Some of our crew was not alive during the period or born. Shane Lawall, the Detroit Renaissance head coach, is shown on there. Shane was around. No, he wasn't. I covered Shane as a player. at Wayne State back in 2008, 2009, his 1 year under David Greer. He left Oakland after 3 years. I'll tell you what, he played some mean basketball from that center position. And I recall a game Wayne State played at Iowa City and did well. So here we go, partner.
Down by 12. Right now it's important that you get a basket.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this diamond press is handled right now because Renaissance, no mercy. Right corner three, they need it. Didn't get it. Amelia Levine misses it.
Stop the ball. They have to stop the ball.
Sanders.
And they turned it over. That's a good stop.
Yep.
Now you got to come back and get a basket.
That's right. Mumford stuck on 8. This was a game that went back and forth for the first 4 minutes. But Renaissance pulling away on a 8-0 run to end the first. There's another steal here. This is Brooks. And
they didn't call it. They called a foul instead.
Didn't get it. She'll go line left and shoot 2. Going to be a shove.
So you want to know a fun fact?
Of course. I love fun facts. What you got?
The referee, the young lady who's reffing.
Yes.
She was Miss Basketball 2011-12. That's Madison Rostovskis.
Is that Madison Rostovsky?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's her.
Okay, I know there's 3 Rostovsky sisters.
But that's the one.
That's Madison.
That's
okay.
Madison.
Who played at Michigan.
Michigan, yes, she did.
She's done a lot of Catholic League games. We've seen her this year.
Yeah.
Her sister also referees. Her father referees.
Yes.
The last name is Rostovsky.
And then the one that's married, I don't think she referees.
Oh, no, she doesn't? Okay.
Yeah.
Floater right, short corner, no. There's been a lid on that bucket. Rennie's had a lot to say about that defensively.
Now they just got to keep, you got to keep checking, keep being on defense. That's a good turnover. Ayana has to give it up to the guard.
On the attack, shot up, no, but whistle and a foul. And Cherish Jefferson, the 5-foot freshman, is going to go line right and try to stop this 10-0 Renaissance run.
And what happens is, let's just say you keep pushing the ball and you're speeding and you're pushing. So what's going to happen is overall, I look at Renaissance and I see some of them bending over and get tired.
Yeah.
So the longer the game goes on, you can use that to your advantage.
That's right.
But the thing is, you have to get stops on the other end where you're not getting the lead too far away from you.
How much of that would you say to your offense, hey, let's make their defense work too. Let's not shoot it in the first 5 seconds. Right? You want to tire them down, make them work.
Well, I think their advantage, though, is it's definitely – so I think their offensive advantage is their speed.
Okay.
Because in a half court,
sure,
now you're dealing with long arms, big bodies, and so it's harder, I think, for them in the half court than it actually is in transition offense.
There's a bucket down low. Easy, nice, clean look. That's Amelia Levine, the 6-foot sophomore. And don't look now, but Mumford does have a bucket, and they stopped that run.
They did.
Crossover. Sanders to the hole. Look at that pass down to the right block. Couldn't get it to go, and a nice rip-down rebound by Draw.
Ayana Draw.
One of the captains.
Great.
Leak out. 2-on-1. Layup blocked. That's swatted by Farr. P-H-A-R-R.
And, you know, by her being a freshman, that's something that happens to a freshman, right? Oh, they called a foul. Okay.
Oh, all right.
They called a foul.
I didn't hear it from up here. Did you hear a whistle?
No, I didn't. I thought that they called it out of bounds.
Thought that was a real nice.
It was. Okay.
That was a real nice find, Lakita.
It was. And I was going to say, you know, by the time she's a junior, she'll be catching it, stopping, pump fake, dropping, and doing some other things with that ball.
No doubt. Free throw is up and no good. So free throws have been a bugaboo.
Yes.
In this game. They split the pair. 10-point game. Renaissance is led by as many as 13. Across the timeline comes Sanders. Right block entry. Stolen away. Triple team.
Triple team defense.
Yeah. Draw with a pick. Here comes Cherish.
Nice pass, and she missed the bunny. She takes it up and draws the foul.
Free throws coming for Sanaya Williams. Missed the bunny.
Yeah.
Only 2 free throws here could make up for it.
She has to make her free throws. I mean, look at that pass. What did I say? The little baby has to get down there, penetrate, and find somebody. And she did just that twice.
Yep.
So that's what's going to help Mumford. That's their strength.
Sanaya Williams, a freshman, athletic, very athletic, good footwork.
That's Cherish. Cherish is the one. The big sister is Sanaya.
I apologize.
Miss
Free throw,
she
no
made
good.
1. You cut it to 11 or 9. So here, now you have to sit down. Still have to talk. Play a little defense, but then Renaissance should execute. Oh.
Steal, turnover,
Scrappy.
tie up, jump ball, and this thing is going to go
I
with
think, to
who?
Renaissance.
How come that? Where's the
Oh,
arrow?
no. Yeah, it should be Renaissance because I think
Why is that arrow the wrong way?
it's always the wrong way for some reason. It was the wrong way earlier when the referees went over there.
Oh, I love it. 21-12, it stays with Renaissance. 4:20 left, second
right now,
quarter.
She's good on that baseline. I like how she ins and outs.
Johnson alone for 3. Don't do that.
And, oh, it went in and out.
Tough roll, but an offensive reset again,
miss.
Lakita. Turnover off of Mumford, but my, oh my, the chances Renaissance and volume that they've had, they're just not taking advantage of all these. At some point, that'll come back to sting you.
Yeah. Right now, both teams have to execute. One has to execute on defense, the other on offense.
There's
and
a travel.
They call the travel.
Yep. Rostovsky said so.
So I'm thinking they just went to a 3-2 matchup. And right now they're covering those gaps.
Solid adjustment by Mr. Hogan. This is 2 PSL blue schools looking for the title. Renaissance won the title last in 2020. They lost 8 seniors from a year ago. And they're looking in prime business here, up 9, but Mumford's going to have something to say. They're on a run. Their best roll of the year, 3 wins in a row. Ball batting around.
They are so scrappy.
Man, Jefferson lost
Another
it. She's
jump
got to
ball.
be careful. Jump ball. It's Mumford ball. Things are getting a little testy down there. And
great hustle. I like it. You can tell that both teams are fighting for something.
ball out of bounds near sideline. Yeah, you love the scrap. This is Iana Draw. Tough leader, good defender. 3 ball here, no long. Rebound loose, jump ball, Renaissance ball.
Renaissance basketball on the alternate possession.
Renaissance 13-5 coming into this game, 4-0 in league play.
So, if I were coaching, which I'm not.
Well, you could, and you have.
I probably
pretend you are right now.
I would have. My team wouldn't have shot any jump shots tonight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, in the first half, we would not have shot any jumpers.
Yeah.
For the first couple quarters because of where we're playing.
Sure.
Just to again make sure that we take really good shots, and I would like to get us some balance, some continuity. Something that helps us in the end.
No doubt.
And I know you might say, well, why would you do that? Well, the goal is good layup.
How about
the goal
that?
is to take the best shots available, but at the same time not give up easy shots. Oh, great steal by
another turnover here at Mumford with all
Sanaya.
kinds of momentum. They were down 13 points. They've cut it to 7. They call that a 6-0 run. And don't go anywhere. It's a 7-point lead, a touchdown lead.
Yeah.
In Rochester.
I'm not surprised though. Mumford scrappy.
They are, and Renaissance is being very giving. It's a very gifting and giving mode.
Travel.
Yep, you got it. You called it. And
it goes back to that whole thing about rushing. Catch the ball, turn, look first.
Yeah.
especially in traps or like presses. I think that's like the #1 thing you need to teach your kids as basketball players. When the team is pressing, you must turn and look first because people are fast, so they'll be right up on you before you know it.
Sure. 3-ball right wing, bang!
And there
How about
goes
that buster of the zone? Michaela Johnson, the sophomore shooting guard. It's back to a 10-point bump. Johnson with 8 points right now to lead the way.
It's a bad turnover by Ayanna. Draw.
Sure is. Mid-post banker, no. They give it right back. Rebound ripped down. And given away again. Reverse, no. But Renaissance in those third chances. Timeout for Shane Lawall. He says
everybody's rushing.
No more turnovers. I can't take anymore.
They are rushing.
Oh, man. Shane Lawall in his third year. 4th year total coaching, a former 10-year pro.
You know, that was a good wall up by Cherish because she could have gotten another foul, but she stood in there, hands straight up, come out here, check the big, and forced them to call a timeout.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We'll step aside for a moment here on the prep. 2 minutes left and 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Tonight.
Well, it hasn't been a Picasso by any means, but it's a ball game, and both these girls playing tough, tight defense. It's a 10-point game right now, Lakita Gans. What stands out for you?
What stands out most is that both teams are scrappy, and even though they may turn the ball over, they're turning the ball over a lot, right? But what it tells me is that both teams want it, and they're not going to just give the other team a shot or a bucket just because.
Right.
So
Mustangs dodged 2 bullets there.
Another
give
turnover.
It right back. They got a 3-on-2 developing. Sanders whip pass, threw it away.
Yeah, she threw that one too hard that time.
You asked if we were tracking turnovers. We are. That's 20 total turnovers combined.
Okay.
Both ways.
Only 20?
That's only 20.
Okay.
And from downtown, Mumford 0 for 4, Renaissance 3 of 7. That's really the difference in the ball game right now.
That's the ball game right there.
Yep.
If you can make shots in this gym. Oh.
Between the rings on the Grizzly Bear on his left cheek. Mumford patiently trying to get a shot off. Top side to Jefferson. That's Sanaya to the hole. No, can't get it to fall. Rennie on the run.
I like how the big girl pushes the ball up the court.
I do too. Leak out layup, no. Can they get the bunny there? Yes, that is Johnson, Michaela Johnson. And she's one of the captains.
They've blown it open a little bit now. Back to 12 points.
Yep. Back to 12 when they had it down to 7. It's a 5-0 run.
There's
the throw ahead. And it is too far, and nothing that Mumford needed here. They're in a danger spot. 38 seconds left. You're down 12. The goal was to get it under
10.
Double digits.
Right. Well, right now you need to get a stop right now.
Yeah.
Get a stop. I don't care how you get it. Just don't allow it to get to 14 or 15 for that matter.
Renaissance is out rebounding Mumford as well, 21-10 in this game.
Yes, that's another telltale of it. What is it again?
21-10.
Yeah.
And they have 10 offensive rebounds in this game. So that's a big reset where Mumford has just 2. That's 8 extra possessions in the game. It's hard not to be up by double digits when you get those extra possessions. Renaissance with some late changes here. Shane Lawall going defense for offense. And perhaps saving Amani Johnson. Mumford needs to get a bucket here, Lakita, with just 15 seconds left until half.
Yeah.
Dribble drive to the hole, Euro step lay-in, good. How about it?
Whatever she makes that,
Samaya Jefferson with a bucket,
that
shot
was
at the horn, no
good.
good.
Okay.
And we've got a clean 10-point game.
I like the bucket, though.
Yeah.
She went and got it.
26-10 at the break. Lakita Gans and Chad Bush, glad you're with us. 1 half in the books. The title to be determined when we come back.
This is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Carry number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Welcome back to halftime at the Arena. Detroit Renaissance, the Phoenix on top 26-16. Let's take a look at what went down in the first half. We've got highlights as Mumford built this lead up on extra chances, extra opportunities, and defense like this. This was Sanders finding in the right corner Brooks for three. That was the first triple, and that was one of 3 triples Renaissance would hit in this game. But Jefferson the other way, she would squirt through the lane, get herself into the scoring column. She was a big part of the scoring in the first half. She led this team with 7 points. There's 4 of them that you saw there. But too much for Renaissance down low. We mentioned the dominating rebounding performance. Renaissance with 21 rebounds against just 11. And Lakita Gans, who joins us now, this is just been something that Renaissance has had their hands on and control. Mumford going to try to change that here in the second half as we start now.
Yes, they definitely have to, stop turning the ball over. That's going to be one thing, because if you probably go through how Renaissance has scored mostly, I'm sure that they have most of their points in transition offense because of the turnovers that Mumford has had.
That is a fact, my friend. Jefferson stays hot. She has 9 in this game, and she has 9 of the 18 points. Half of them. It's back to an 8-point game just like that, partner.
Yes, it is. So now they focus on trying to get back in the game. The big girl catches the ball, and that's pretty easy, but it goes in and out.
They've had some tough luck misses, this Renaissance team. That's a miss by far.
Yeah, Nyana.
P-H-A-R-R. There's back-to-back layups
by Mumford.
Sanaya Williams, the freshman at 6 foot with a
Christian
bucket.
Sanders comes down the court with a jumper.
No good, but guess what? Another offensive rebound, another triple, no good.
Another offensive rebound.
Third opportunity, no good. Will there be a fourth? No, there won't.
Okay.
My goodness gracious,
Rolling
girl.
the pace.
3-on-3, other way. Jefferson, fine, shot up, no, but a
she
foul.
Draws the foul on Michaela Johnson.
Levine will go line left and shoot 2. The foul indeed is on Johnson. How about this? This game that was once a 13-point lead for Renaissance could get down to 4 here.
That will boost their confidence going farther into the game. And guess what? They make a free throw.
Free throws are important, partner. You look at both teams with 5 made free throws in this game. However, Mumford has shot 11 and Rennie has shot 6.
Yeah, that's the difference. 5 for 6 and 5 for 11.
You mount that up and you mount the fact that Mumford has yet to hit a 3-pointer in this game. And there's some big obvious holes as to what's happened here. 2
big free throws by Levine.
This is a kid that's goofy, silly, brings a lot of joy to the team, really coming to her own. An athletic forward that can obviously hit some free throws too.
Yes.
Which is a nice bonus, little gravy. It's a 4-point game, folks. Don't go anywhere. Not that you were anyway. Michaela Johnson is fouled and handled on the perimeter. And that'll be the foul on Sanaya Williams, I believe. A bit too close for comfort.
Fouls on number 11, Mumford. Sanaya Williams, her team's first.
Here we go to a big girl. She's a little shorter than her, so that was kind of that's a good basket.
Johnson to Johnson, Michaela to Amani. The freshman wing bangs one in.
And the reason why that's a good basket is because she had a shorter defender on her. She was deep in the paint. She said, I'm going to turn, jump stop, turn around, and make a layup. And she did that. And I think that's an advantage of any team that has a bigger offensive player and not so big defender, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. Well said.
I think those are easy buckets to me. Those are more efficient buckets.
Agree. Higher percentage shot.
Post-up play right here.
Levine shot, no, but a foul. Yeah, and those are important. Amelia Levine, big part of the second half.
Yes.
You think your friend said, hey, let's get it down low and get it to the bigs.
I hope so. Maybe. I always laugh at how sometimes you have bigs and people don't use them accordingly. I think that's a good strategy. If I have a big and she can score, Let's go down and give it to her a few times.
Why not?
In a row, you know?
Till they stop it.
Till they stop it. That's something we learned back in the day.
Yep, sure. You were taught well in your day. You played for
Cooley
High
School.
That's right, Ben Kelso High.
Yes, you might as well call it that because he had a lot of good teams at Cooley High.
I know the girls' basketball coach deserves her props too.
Yeah, my coach was, well, actually it was really like Ben Kelso.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he deserves his props again. Euro
I think
step.
they're going to call it travel right
Transcontinental step. That may have been more like an Australian step. That was a big one.
there. Yeah.
And they whistle it, and Mumford gets it back against pressure, but they clear it immediately. I like that entry pass.
That was close over and back.
Yeah, it was. They've done that a couple times tonight. Renaissance has been real
and that
tough
comes from
defensively.
forwards not being comfortable handling the ball, quickly trying to find a guard.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Jefferson.
That was beautiful. One hand, turn around, 360.
Jefferson's fun to watch. All alone for three, little show and go.
Good kick. She's just
Corner
waiting.
three.
She should hit it.
Bolton, no. Box out, and here comes Mumford down
she was
6.
Wide open for at least 5 seconds.
Yeah. Mumford trying to get back. They started the second half of the 6-0 run. And timeout by the head coach, Kareem Hogan. The veteran head coach calls timeout. We'll keep it here with just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chad Bush and Lakita Gans with you from the mezzanine level at Oakland University. Ali Hadi got us this nice location. He's the executive producer. Rob Sarna, your co-producer tonight, along with Adam Fuller, Sam Fisher on audio, Chase Kaufman working hard on graphics, Pat Bush on stats, and Jamie Janssen also on statistics, Julia Pisano on photo, and James Ferris on video and on social media. We are The Prep. Go ahead and find us at The Prep 3. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to us if you wouldn't mind. Hit that button, subscribe. And we appreciate you. Become a sponsor today if you wish as well. And we appreciate you tuning into this coverage of the PSL Girls Championship. Lakita Gans, your thoughts on where this game stands now, just a 6-point spread?
We're still competing, and we're in the game. It's not a blowout. It's definitely an opportunity for both teams. You don't know who's going to win yet, and that's what you want at any level, right?
That's right.
And there's a nice little floater by Cherish Jefferson.
You can want that kid. She's a freshman at any level. She's been outstanding tonight. She's been a big part of Mumford's 3-game win streak to close out this year. There he is. Captain's in the house. There's a near steal. Foul on the floor. This is a ticky-tack call, I think.
Yeah, I think she was just going hard, driving. Yeah, that, I don't know. Number 11? Oh, wow.
So
they called it on the floor because she's not shooting.
Okay. Harmony Bolton will check out. Ball out of bounds, baseline right. Hook shot up, Crafty, no good. The short bankers have been tough to come by.
Good, scrappy
jump
ball again.
It's going to stay with
I think
Renaissance.
It's probably the most jump balls I've ever seen in a game.
You're not kidding.
With 2 people actually going for the ball.
Right, legit ones. Interesting. Aggressive play, championship-style basketball. Right wing 3, out in the way. Johnson,
Great setup for the shot, though.
Yeah, it was. Well-run play. 2-time to the backcourt. Mumford with numbers if they hustle. Jefferson looking ahead. Had a player, couldn't spot her.
Oh, and one. No, she missed it. Oh, she
Short
missed it this
corner
time.
runner was pretty.
Beautiful.
Jefferson behind the play. Renaissance with numbers, leaking ahead. Look at the pass.
That was nice.
My goodness, the setup from Brooks.
I like that because she could have easily tried to force that shot, but she didn't. She made a really good pass and got a layup for her team.
Yeah, good look. 6-point lead for Renaissance. Mumford's had it as close as 4. The turn, the go,
nice,
the dish.
There it is again.
The power layup, good. Counted in a foul. Amelia Levine the sophomore,
Guess
with
what
a
that
chance
was?
to cut it to 3.
That was the drive and kick by Cherish. What did I tell you? If she runs that offense and she takes control, she can drive and kick, and that's what she just did.
Foul on Brooks. It's the 4th team foul on Renaissance. That speed creating.
I love it. Look at the sisters in the backcourt.
Yeah, doing their thing.
Talking about sisters, Kareem Hogan has coached a multitude of sisters in his 18 years.
Is that right?
Or,
Which ones stand out to you?
Oh, Raven and Rain Bankston, of course.
Okay.
They both played at Towson University. And I must say I was coaching at Pershing, which was the rival.
Oh.
And we played Raven and Rain Banks in a playoff game to get to the city championship.
Okay.
The score may have won by 2 points, 72-70, right? Raven and Rain scored every point except 2.
No way.
I promise you. They were probably.
How often did that happen?
They were probably one of the best 2 twins that I've ever seen play in girls basketball.
Where did they play
because
college?
Normally you get one that Towson. They went to Delaware State first, but then finished at Towson, and then they went overseas to play. One of them is still playing, I believe, if not both. And so the beautiful part, though, is like usually you get one that's not so good.
Yeah.
These 2,
equally good.
equally good.
Wow.
Killers. Oh, my God.
Wonder Twin?
Oh, they were the best.
Wonder Twin powers activate?
We were at Persian, and we were always worried when we played them, okay?
That's awesome. Did they win any meaningful games?
Back then, he was still trying to get to where he is now, and it's a process for some coaches, and some coaches don't really understand that. But I have to say this, and this is what I will say.
Sure.
I give credit to men like Kareem Hogan who stay in there, believe in what he believes in that he can do for these young ladies, and then ultimately win in the end.
Yeah.
Because as one of his close friends, I've always said, "You still coaching? Like what? Like, are you gonna still?" He's like, "Yes," but he enjoys being a father figure and big brother to these young ladies.
Good for
him. And being there for them when they need him.
He's had other opportunities as well to move along, and the fact he stayed there has been.
He
loves his alma mater.
Exactly.
Right corner 3 on the way. No. Stick back. No. Stick back. Good and again. No. And my goodness, Renaissance is going to get a 4th crack on this possession.
They could have caught a lot of stuff, but they didn't.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know. She may have been fouled a few times.
Substitution back in for the Mustangs is Levine.
It's still a 6-point game.
They'll sit Jada Parks at 6'3". She's nice size off the bench.
She is.
Phoenix to trigger. That's a turnover, nearly.
Got to have your head on a swivel, Ayana.
That's right.
Draw. You keep your head on a swivel, you could have got a steal right there.
Yep. Rennie by 6 as we near the 2-minute mark.
They're trapping the top, trapping the corner. Back to her. She decided not to take it.
Sanders has been covered up a little bit better here in the second half. Missed shot, got it again, and Renaissance. I mean, you can only give a team so many chances before they're going to either get to the line or get themselves a bucket.
One thing for sure, those 3 young ladies that are crashing the boards the way they are for Renaissance, that's going to keep them successful for a long time.
Yep.
That's Gabby Gooden, Imani Johnson, and Michaela Johnson. They are crashing the boards.
Blue Lion Fitness.
Kyla Brooks makes 2, puts her team up. No, she made 1.
She split it,
Yeah, she split it.
It's a 7-point game. Mumford's going to try to get out this.
So they're back trapping. Renaissance is.
One-man press breaker here, and Jefferson to the hole, puts it up. Couldn't get it to go. Bullied her way down the boulevard. Renaissance with numbers.
Yeah, when she gets there, she has to jump stop.
Yeah.
Great
Look
pass.
at that hook pass down low. It was low for Gooden, and just a bit too low. Imani Johnson Back out to Brooks. Dribble drive Glasser.
That's nice.
That
They've had a lot of balls go in and out.
You're not lying. 7 or 8 have been halfway down. Ball out of bounds. Mumford gets it back, and Renaissance gets a chance to reset.
That was definitely a foul.
Yeah. Niana Parr will check in. Niana Farr checks in, pardon me. And checking out is Gooden, along with Brooks. 90 seconds left in the third quarter to decide the champion of the PSL. That's the 5th, make it the 6th team foul, and that's going to go on, is that number 4? That's on Bolton.
Her third, team 6th.
So in the bonus the rest of the way is Mumford, but the free throw line has not really been their friend. They're just 6 of 15 at the free throw line tonight. That's 9 missed free throws. Guess where 9 points gives you? The lead. Counted a foul. Sanaya Williams with a hoop and the harm, and this will get you back in a hurry. How about this play?
Nice.
What a cut.
Number 11 of Renaissance, Niana Parr, her 4th.
Oh, wow.
So Sanaya Williams, that's the 4th on Farr. She checks out. Another big part of that play. And, hey, look, Gooden's right back in that game. Along with Huggins. Is that Huggins who checks in? Big free throw here. They've cut it to 4.
That's a huge growth in a freshman.
Yes. You forget she's a freshman, Sanaya Williams.
Right.
My goodness.
Look at that. Look at that steal. Look at that steal. She had it.
It is considered a steal. Mumford gets it back. It's a turnover.
So one thing about playing against shorter players, right, is that if they're the same height as the ball that you're dribbling.
Leverage.
Yes, that is very much leverage. She turned her dribble right into her.
Yep. So Mumford has shot 40% in this game. Renaissance has shot 26% in this game, yet they lead by 4. There's a miss, and here comes Renaissance to the run. 3-on-3 created.
Gotta stop the ball.
Sanders to the rack, layup. Got it.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it. It was
you
easy.
called
it.
You saw, she saw it, and everybody saw it, and Sanders finished. Under a minute.
Look at that. Look at that. Look
Jefferson
at that.
with a blow-by.
Drop
Dump pass, layup is good. And the Sharon of the Sugar is generous right now in the arena. What a game back and forth. The title game's heating up. Everybody's excited and ready for this finish. Don't go anywhere. Sanders setting up the defender.
Ayana's not going for that. She's getting over that. She's getting over it. She's getting over it. Okay, they got to.
Back to Gooden, who buries it in. Gabby Gooden was goody there, and it's back to a 6-point bump for Renaissance.
For Gabby.
Yes. Jefferson with a near double dribble. She's got a hustle, does clear. 8 seconds left. In the corner, this is Williams.
Beautiful.
Jefferson at the buzzer, no. Gets it back at the buzzer, no. And it's a 6-point game in the 4th. Things tighten up a little bit.
Hey, they cut it by 4 points. You're still in it. You're still competing. So let's see what they got in the 4th. You got to give it all you got. It's the last quarter.
Get those 4 fingers in the air. Don't go anywhere. Come on back to the arena, won't you? This is the Prep.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives. including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Welcome back to the arena. Blue Lion Fitness, our partners in fitness. They're located in Ann Arbor at 401 South Maple. Train where the pros go. Blue Lion Fitness, Michigan's elite training facility, the pride of Ann Arbor, and the home of the Orchard Lake St. Mary's men's basketball team. And we appreciate their patronage. Here we go. The intensity's picked up. Welcome back to the girls' PSL title. Lakita Gans and Chad Bush. First set for Renaissance, who leads by 6, trying to claim the championship.
So,
timeout
right
quickly.
now,
yeah,
timeout came because they pretty much went to a boxing 1 where number 5, Ayana Draw, is now on Christian Sanders to stop her from scoring. And here's a wonderful story about Ayana. So a wonderful story about Ayana is that Coach says she's a leader. She's tough. She's a great defender. But the most important part about what Ayana is going through is her mom. Back in the summer, her mom had a baby, her sister.
Yep.
And she unfortunately has been in a coma ever since.
Oh, no.
And so Yana has been playing her heart out every game for her mom. And her one job is to stop Christian Sanders right now because she wants to win a title.
Yeah.
So we'll see how good she does. But prayers to her mom and her as a young lady just being resilient through this process.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Prayers to that family.
Yes.
We wish and pray for her recovery.
Yes. And guess what? They just forced a turnover.
They forced the turnover.
Forced a turnover.
That's a big one. You
because
called
the
for
primary ball handler is Christian Sanders. So we're going to see what she does about this boxing 1. Something I know about because everybody plays Robert Davis in the boxing 1.
Oh, yes, Mr.
Every
Davis.
game. I'm like, okay, but it's okay. He's learning.
It's good practice.
It is because you have to learn how to, be tough and get through it.
Yep. Jefferson blows by and circles back. 6-point
so
game.
So good with that ball.
Got it on a string, doesn't she?
Look at that layup.
The freshman to the hole.
Oh, she missed it.
Just
wide
missed
open layup.
long.
Back tip. Good job.
Steal here. 4-on-3
Catch
lob.
It. Oh,
and a
foul. Good pass.
And a 1-and-1, so that'll be free throws for the Mustangs, who are just 7 of 16 from the line tonight, but they'll try to shoot 2 with the clock stopped here.
Number 3 of Renaissance, Harmony Bolton, their 4th, team's 8.
(37-31).
Shooting 1 in the bonus for Mumford.
Both these teams got here in the tournament by way of victories. Renaissance, as you see, was able to knock off Cody.
Yeah.
And Mumford was able to knock off King. And that's where we are, going for this title.
Title game.
And we've got at the free throw line partner, Amelia Levine, who makes them both.
She makes them both.
It's big. 4-point game. 60 seconds gone by in the 4th quarter. A championship for one of these 2 prize schools. Everybody wants a photo of you. Everybody wants to be with you, or at least get a photo. Lauren Sanders on the near sideline. Renaissance trying to find a crack and not settle. No settling here. Layup, no. Fine attack by Michaela Johnson. And a near steal in the backcourt. And here come the Jefferson girls. Jefferson throws it up short. And Sanders leaking out.
And she
saves
gives a great pass.
Good, and layup is good. And Mumford watches Renaissance jump back to a 6-point game.
Because you gotta be.
There's a foul here. And what do we have? Timeout. Timeout on the floor by Kareem Hogan as we get another look here at that beautiful distribution of the basketball.
Yes. Renaissance did what they do best, which is take advantage of Mumford's turnovers.
We'll step aside. We're back in a moment to the arena. Welcome back on the Prep. Coverage coming up after this one of Detroit King looking to repeat as PSL champions on the boys' side of things. They'll take on Detroit Western. The Cowboys are here. All right, Jefferson with the basketball. Glasser up too strong. Rebound, stick back. No, they're going to get a tie-up, I think, Lakita, and Mumford's going to keep it. Before, I thought they might have called a foul there. But Mumford getting Renaissance back at their game, offensive rebounds.
Yeah, I think that was an offensive rebound.
Corner three, Levino. And here comes Renaissance on the run. Sanders, nice catch. Back out, three ball on the way. Johnson, short. Sanders with a rebound, stick back, no. Sanders again.
Good block.
Yeah, nice block. Very good block from Sanaya Williams, the freshman. Again, making big plays in big spots. 6-point game. Jefferson to the hole. Glasser short.
Yeah, she's left-handed. And so, again, you have to convert when you're down there. I mean, they've missed 2 or 3 back-to-back layups.
Pesky defensive presence for Jefferson, the freshman. Again, the starters combined, 0 seniors.
Yeah.
No seniors.
None.
Mumford has 1 junior, 2 juniors in the starting lineup, 2 freshmen, and 1 sophomore. And Renaissance 4 sophomores and 1 junior.
Yeah, neither team has a senior.
Neither team really plays a senior.
They don't have a senior on the team.
Not even a senior on the team.
Not even on the team.
Unbelievable. Right wing dish. Brooks, pull up, 16-footer, no. But an offensive rebound.
She missed the pass to the big.
Yeah, Johnson to the hole, no. Can't finish. Renaissance shooting 28%. Mumford to the hole, Jefferson, no. On the run, Sanders with a 2-on-1, takes it herself. Euro step, layup, no. Stick back, no. And the rebound ripped out by the freshman, tie up. This thing is staying with Renaissance.
They cannot buy a basket down here, and they cannot buy a basket down there either.
They are out-rebounding. They're out-rebounding Mumford on the offensive end more than Mumford has on the entire total for rebounds.
Exactly.
They have 19 offensive rebounds, does Renaissance.
Yeah.
And 19 total rebounds in this game for Mumford. They're
but
equal.
That also shows you the youth in Renaissance, too, because 19 offensive rebounds, you probably would be up by 20.
Yeah.
In most cases.
Yeah.
And that's what their coach talked about when I talked to him. He specifically talked about just them being young and him being patient as a coach and teaching them how to trust the process. And he talked about the program has won since he's been there. And so those young girls that are playing right now, some of them play JV, but they've seen nothing but winning.
Yeah.
So how do you get them used to winning even though you've lost some, right? So they're so used to it and they're rebuilding. So, trusting the process is one of the things he focused on.
Yeah. Learning to win through adversity. and being in tough games like this.
Yes.
And building for this moment. And that's where we're at now. Renaissance with a 6-point lead. My name is Chad Bush. I'm with Lakita Gans. We're proud to bring you PSL Championship Basketball to the arena. Down low, Sanders. Banker up, no good. Got her own miss. Stick back again, no. And a rebound by Levine. And Mumford has a stop.
They did. After another offensive rebound.
Yeah, of course. It's like they're having to dodge 2 shots. Where Renaissance is only having to dodge 1.
Yes.
There's a whistle and a foul, and that is, I believe, the 8th, and that'll be a 1-on-1.
And so if I were coach at this time, I would specifically focus on getting the ball in the half court and then driving and basically trying to draw fouls and hope that I make my free throws, of course. But they have 8-4. There's 4 minutes to go, which is a long time. I mean, that's over 15 possessions at least.
Right.
So you have time, but the strategy must be also to get that ball in the basket.
You got it. Chance to cut this thing to 4 again. This is as close as it's been. 4 points.
Yep.
Big possession here for Renaissance with 4 minutes left in this title game, Lakita.
Oh, offensive foul could have been called.
Sure could have. There's a 3 they settle for. No good.
Now they have to push the ball and
push ahead.
She's not looking.
The defender was.
That's a bad pass
yeah,
for the most part because he didn't get over the top of the defense. I'm sorry.
Yep. Three is up and good. That's Johnson. Triple. And that's a big one. It extends the lead to 7. Renaissance 42, Mumford 35, 3:20 left. Mumford trying for their first title since 2018 when they went back-to-back in 18-19, and Renaissance won it in 2020. We've got a foul here, but that three-pointer was big for Johnson. That's the 4th on Brooks. Free throws now, double bonus, so clock stopped. And Mumford, who's still looking for their first 3-point shot make tonight, will try to go to the free throw line and add to their 11 free throws so far in this game. Bolton back in. Brooks sits. Split the pair, offensive rebound, and out of bounds back to Renaissance, who could still make this a plus points trip.
Yeah. They can
back to Mumford, rather. I'm sorry.
Yes, they can actually make it a 3-point play, a 4-point play, a 5-point play.
Yes. How about Cherish Jefferson with a little shove? That's a freshman. That's leadership right there. Seen that out of Jam Jam before. It's good leadership. But that is a turnover, my friend.
Another turnover. That's the one thing my athletes always ran for. Like, our consequences came with turnovers.
There's a turnover right there. Turnover, draw picks it up and gives it right back.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Unfortunately, she's a great defender, but hasn't chimed in all the way on her basketball, taking care of the basketball.
Yep. There's a near steal by Jefferson. Sanders, though.
That's a jump ball. That's a good no call.
Yes, it was. Turnover, forced right back. 6-point game, 2.5 minutes left in this title game for the PSL here in Rochester. Jefferson to the hole. Shot blocked by the much taller Johnson Amani. 2-on-1. Johnson going to go coast to coast and lay it in. How about that big and her mobility?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
8-point game just like that. 4-0 run for Renaissance. 2 minutes left. It's getting late now, and Mumford needs a couple money balls.
Oh, got it. In between.
Jefferson lost her footing. Corner.
They need a 3 right now.
Yeah, they do. There's the three. Well,
you got to shoot it.
Yeah, minute 45 left.
You got to go.
Jefferson weaving her way to the hole. No good.
Everything is a block, as they call it.
Renaissance the other way. Pass back mid-post shot. No. Jefferson clears it out to her sister.
Get it. She's tired.
And her shot is blocked, and boy, oh boy, you're right, she's tired. Renaissance on the run. Sanders, she's not tired.
She double dribbled, I think. It looked like she picked the ball up and then put the ball back on the floor.
But Renaissance just happy dribbling time off. They have an 8-point lead right now.
Yeah, you can just pretty much make them foul you.
But to your point, she got away with one.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. Inbound to Farr. And now Renaissance can feel it. They are just a minute, 5 seconds away from getting to the next level. And they're a couple free throws away coming up, perhaps. Now that's only 5 team fouls for making this a double-digit lead. A 4-0 run by Renaissance after Mumford again got it down to 4, but just unable to get below that mark. Renaissance has done a fine job.
Renaissance has some really good players. They're big in sides, and that's an advantage at the end of the day. Being able to get rebounds and being able to take care of the ball because you're also bigger.
Mumford going to try to extend this game now. That's the 6th team foul with 45 seconds left. Free throws for the next foul forward. Timeout on the floor. We'll take our final timeout with them. With 44.8 seconds left from the arena and the PSL girls title game about to get handled here. We're back on the prep for the final minute. This is
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Welcome back to the arena in Rochester, Michigan. Renaissance on top, 44-36, 45 seconds left. Chad Bush and Lakita Gans with you. Lakita, it's been a fun starter for the PSL in this girls' title game. We've seen a lot of talent.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of talent. So, I mean, I feel like both coaches, of course, want to win. It unfortunately has to be someone that doesn't. But you have to be very proud of your girls to get to this point. You've done this with no seniors. And they're super talented, both teams. And that's also something that Coach Lawall brought up in our conversation. He just wanted to make sure that people understand, the PSL deserves respect when it comes to girls basketball. So, he talks about Renaissance, Mumford, and Cass. And it's always a battle between those 3 teams, right? Yeah. Every year, like you just said. And it used to be King, right?
Sure.
So he just wanted to make sure that people recognize, their top level too in the state, and as he should.
Sure.
Because at the end of the day, I believe that, they're just as good as any team I've seen in any other league, whether it's the Catholic League or, any of the leagues out there in the what is the yellow, the red,
right? The OAA,
the OAA. So
the MAC.
Yeah, so I agree. And the funny part is that these are sophomores, freshmen, so they have more time to actually show how good they are.
The only losses this year for Renaissance were to Wayne Memorial. That was a 62-44 game back in the middle of December.
They've been known to have a really good program.
Sure. Cass Tech got them as well, a 1-point win at Cass earlier this year. A Grass Lake win at Grass Lake, a solid program by 4. And then Portland got them. Portland.
Okay.
And that was sort of a shocker. But, hey, look, this is a team that has them in line for a long run again in the state tournament. You look at Mumford. I mean, this is all getting ready for when it really this counts.
Yeah.
We're getting it ready for the state tournament, which is the next season.
Exactly.
And that's something that Mumford is going to look to make a run as well as Renaissance, who did the run last year.
And it's definitely a learning thing, right?
Yeah, a couple young
I'm
teams.
sure that one of these two and Cass, they'll be right back here next year.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you learn from it and you figure out a way to get it done the next time around.
Yep.
I can honestly say I understand. I coaching at Persian, we played in 3 straight city championships.
Yeah.
And didn't win, you know. But you got to be proud of what you do and, you know, how you get there and the talent and where it goes next.
No doubt.
Because these young ladies will definitely be playing on someone's college roster.
Yep. Renaissance has been outstanding from the free throw line tonight. They are 12 of 16 in this game. That's good for 75%. 13 points for Sanders to lead the way, 12 for Johnson. Shot is blocked there. Mumford's been led by 10 points from Levine and Jefferson. Samaya Jefferson, that is. And now Renaissance will just dribble this thing out. And they have won the PSL girls basketball title for the second time in 3 years. Congratulations to the Phoenix of Detroit Renaissance. 48-36, your final here on the Prep. We'll take a quick timeout, and Lakita and I will break it down with some highlights of the second half and some stats. Coming up right after this, we are the Prep.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
but keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
48-36, Detroit Renaissance wins the title game over Detroit Mumford. Chad Bush and Lakita Gantz back with you from the arena in Rochester. A 12-point win, a game that Renaissance led by 10 at the break.
Yeah.
But look, Mumford was in it early. They were in it. They made their run to start the second half. They had a 6-0 run to cut it to 4.
Yeah.
Another run got them back to 4 in the fourth. But in the end, Renaissance was just too much, Lakita.
Definitely. It definitely came down to turnovers and rebounds, and that was the biggest factor. I mean, the rebounds were significant.
49,
is that 49 to 26?
Close enough.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
And offensive rebounds really, hurt you. But overall, I am still happy that they were competitive. They never gave up. They never quit. And that's the beauty of both teams being young and knowing that you were going to see them in the future.
Detroit Renaissance wins the title, their second in 3 years. They won it last.
Congratulations to Renaissance.
Congratulations to Renaissance. They deserve it. Congratulations to Mumford as well. A lot to be heard from these two clubs, both very young, no seniors on the roster.
Yeah.
So both teams will make a run, we feel, in Division I.
Mm-hmm.
But both teams represent the PSL Blue very well here tonight.
They did.
And
they gave us a good game. We were excited the whole time. I mean, it was moving fast, but they gave us a good game, and that's all I ever ask for.
Yeah.
Whenever I do the game. So, let's make it competitive, and they did that for us.
Let's take a look at the highlights in this one. Certainly competitive. It was a game that not great shooting percentages, but you know what? There was some great hustle, some rebounding, some activity. This is a girl right here. 10 points in the game, Jefferson. And you see the share to the sugar there. A couple of teammates that teamed up for double-digit point tallies, 10 and 10 for Levine and Miss Cherish Jefferson. Shot up and good. We saw the dribble drive, the penetration, Lakita.
Yes.
Jefferson's a fun player to watch.
Man, she's awesome to watch. I love it.
Sanders with 13 points to lead the way. She also did so many things well at that point guard spot.
Yes, both teams were just good to watch. You had different players playing different roles. You had different players doing different things. And, you know, it wasn't just like one person. It was everybody contributing. And that's why I say the future looks so great for both teams because everyone gave something.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of what you want when it comes to your team. You know, making sure everybody can give something.
No doubt.
Kudos to both coaches for putting their teams in those positions to have success.
And that head coach.
Look at the big. She pushes it, gets the rebound, push, and lays that ball up.
Gotta love it.
And Monty Johnson.
Kareem Hogan, the head coach for Mumford, a lot to be proud of. Shane Lawall gets himself a city title, his second in his 3 years at the helm at Detroit Renaissance. That's all for our coverage here tonight. I want to thank our fine crew for making this broadcast possible, starting with Ali Hadi, your executive producer, Adam Fuller on instant replay, and Samuel Fisher, otherwise known as Fish on audio, Chase Kaufman on graphics and scoreboard. I want to thank Pat Bush and Jamie Janssen on statistics. And also want to thank James Ferris, Julia Pisano, our creative team on video and photography. This is Lakita Gans. My name is Chad Bush. The men behind the camera, that's Matt Schwartz, the Schwarzenator behind camera 3.
Schwarzenator.
That's right. Rob Sarna on camera 1 and Kyle Buchanan on camera 2. For my partner, Lakita Gans, my name's Chad Bush. Don't go anywhere. The boys' title is next. Coming up, King and Western. Congratulations to Detroit Renaissance, your champion of the 2022 Detroit Public School League. Also, congrats to the runner-up Mumford on a great season. We are the Prep. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you coming up right after this, the boys' title game.